I'm doing a quick test right now before we actually go put up a splash screen and do anything.
Mouth noises.
Bingo,
Jameso,
bangus,
I'm gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
Well, Zach is bouncing them shits.
Aw,
Does that mean he's
taking
are you taking a shit right now, Zach?
He's bouncing off the poops again. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Off the poops.
There we go. Starting off with a
James,
reference to a band that most people don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with
fuzzy
that.
on this
I think
guy.
it's that microphone.
That microphone's a little fuzzy.
That's
I can
perfect
hear me
now.
now?
Yeah,
I can
don't
hear you
know.
now.
We need to get new cables.
We do.
Season 3, a lot of things
Season
coming.
3, a lot of things coming.
Yeah.
But this is Kyle Moucha Won't Shut Up, Season 2, the finale, episode 22, right? This is the 22nd episode of the season.
That is 22, yes.
Holy
One more than
shit.
last season. We
One
broke
more
another
than last
record.
year. We're going to keep going up. We're just breaking records we set for ourselves over and over again. We set the bar really low so we can
Are
break
these just
the
for me,
break
or
the
are we
record.
all
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
this?
Oh,
okay,
no.
cool.
We're going to be drinking all of the leftover
nice.
beers for the
split up
last
what's left.
month and a half.
Very nice.
All of the beers. We got the Azaka, we got the Summer Pills, we've got the Dragons and Yum Yums. Jameso's drinking a PBR, but he
I really
also
like that
has,
beer, dude. The Dragons and
night
Yum
shift,
Yums?
or post shift.
The Dragons and Yum Yums was a fucking fantastic
The
beer.
post shift, I believe, is aged about 3 months actually, because that was in the way back of the
nice.
refrigerator. That was way back there.
I can't hear myself.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm the only one I can't really hear.
You You need to hear yourself.
Well,
Okay.
Inside your head and outside of your head. It's a good thing to be able to hear
Check.
yourself.
Okay, that's better. Yeah.
There you go.
What is going on over there?
I have
dude?
no idea.
know.
But
We put a chair here for you, and all you're doing
it's
is
all
complaining.
comfortable. It's all comfortability now.
I'm just kidding.
Well, welcome everybody to Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. I am Kyle Mocha, your host, as always, here for our season finale. Joining me, as always, as well, is Mr. Justin Olimpedo.
Hey, man.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
You started kind of alluding to it a little bit, but we've got some Mark Miller,
Oh, yeah,
the old crazy man himself, and he'll be on the show, hopefully to discuss Game of Thrones. We're not going to get into
dude.
that at all right now.
If you haven't watched the episode,
watch it.
go and fucking watch
If you've
that
never watched
episode
the
right
show,
now.
watch it. It is getting fucking epic, and we're going to be back in about a month or so, and we're going to do a full season recap with that you can see us. And
Yes.
in that moment, you'd be able to see the cute game that Jameso and the cat are playing right now.
That is true.
She likes to play high five games
She does.
where she then attacks you a little bit.
And also fetch. For
Oh,
hours.
she does fetch for a cat.
But-
She's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
You guys are pointing at each other. This is freaking me out over here. But we do have a special guest back again from last week. Mr.
hold on,
Jameso
sorry.
is here. We
Hey.
got some shit going on over there. But Jameso's here joining us once again to help us break down the final half of our season's music.
Yep.
This is the half where things get a little bit more technical.
Bunch of my unsolicited opinions.
yeah,
of
it's
someone
gonna be
else's
great.
Work. Sometimes my work.
It's sometimes your work. And tonight we are wrapping the season up with one final Brunch Weekly original single.
It's a good one.
It is really good. Zach is currently finishing that shit up. That's actually what he's bouncing right now.
I dare say I'm going to throw a little hype salt on
Yeah.
this right now. I think it's Kyle's finest vocal performance.
You think it's my
It was
there's some
really good,
hyperbole there.
really
and I
solid,
enjoy
really
that hyperbole.
musical. You didn't overstrain your voice. You found your
everything
level.
about this song, as Zach pointed out while we were recording it, and we'll get into it a little bit later. He sat down with you to work on music, and out came a country death song. And
Yeah, sure.
country death came out. No matter what we do, that's what
That
seems
is
to
true.
come out. So that song will
something
be
about plugging a Telecaster into a fuzz pedal. You're just begging for it.
Oh, well, you know who's always actually begging for it? Mr. Zachary. That's a solid one to open
Damn.
it. Stormin'.
Did you send me two songs here?
There are
Yeah, one
two.
is the secret special snake rag.
All right, so we've got
Oh,
two.
is this
I don't know when.
This is the
I don't
next
know
part
when
of the
we want
chapter?
to announce that.
I think we should do it before the song tonight.
before the
the
song,
last
before the
song,
final song.
yes.
All right. Well, if you tuned in last week, you were privy to some wonderful music that we've all written for you, and we broke down 2 of our rap battle songs and then 11 original singles. Tonight we have another 11 original singles, but these are the long ones.
Yes.
These are the ones where we really start getting into the experimental crazy pieces of shit, and Zach just goes nuts with most every song. Every song could have been about 7 minutes shorter, but they didn't have to be, so they weren't.
Yeah.
And we have one 11-minute song that's going to be in here. It's a doozy of an episode for you guys. So our first episode that we're going to be getting to is episode 12.
Yes.
Now, what was the title for the song from episode 12?
For the song,
The song.
Ass Work the Play.
Asswork the Play.
What?
This
I
is
saw
with-
this in my
Great fucking
in
way
a
to
folder
start.
the other day, and I was like, "Ass work to play." I was like, "When did I? What? I didn't even open it. I was like, I don't even remember what the fuck."
So you
this
haven't,
shit
you
is.
didn't listen to it the other day when you came across it?
No, I forgot it was one of our songs.
When he came across Asswork the Play, he decided not to open it. It's a sentence that is a real thing that means something.
It'd be a hell of a text box.
Now, Justin, do you have any recollection of this episode?
Well, I've gone back and listened to all of this.
All right. Is anybody...
Will is on this.
This is Will...
Nice.
Yeah, Will.
McGrath.
Yes,
Oh,
Will
okay.
McGrath.
Yes.
Which I did just see at Floods on
Holy
Saturday.
shit.
I did just see him on at
I
Floods on
forgot
Saturday.
about. I'm
Yes.
slowly remembering pieces of the song.
Yes.
He played righty bass upside down,
Yes.
I believe, for this episode.
Yeah,
Which he
we
did
had a
say
problem
that
with
when
He
he
brought
comes
his
back
bass,
up, he's
yeah.
not bringing his bass. He's just playing upside down.
Hell yeah,
I was like,
hell
okay,
yeah,
cool.
man.
All right.
He's a fellow lefty like Jameso here. So
Wrong-handed.
Wrong on it. All right. So here is from episode 12 featuring Will McGrath, the Brunch with Kyle Mocha weekly original single, Asswork the Play. Be back in minutes.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
night is winter cold with some whiskey in a bowl. We can leave before the snow or get locked in for the long haul. It's getting cold out there. I'd rather not bundle up and go. It's below zero and I can't find a good reason to roll. Good reason to roll. Good reason to roll. Let's heat up by the fire as the spirits are getting higher. We can live by our desires, or I can suit up and face the stars. It's getting cold out there. I'd rather not bundle up and go. It's below zero and I can't find a good reason to roll. The weather has turned like you for me. If you're making me go, then you're empty to see. The weather has turned like you for me. If you're making me go, then you're empty to see. If you're making me go, then you're empty to see. If you're making me go. Don't wanna make you go, but I've got one reason to say no. You're full of lust and dark desire. You still is there to have a fire. It's getting cold out there. I'd rather not bundle up and go. It's below zero and I can't find a good reason to roll. Give me a reason to walk into the cold, dark night. Give me a reason to walk alone cold tonight. Oh, yeah.
Ass Work to Play.
Ass Work to Play.
Is a play on Crack
Is
the
that-
Sky.
Check your cable again. Yep.
All right. This is going to be a fun
I gotta
one.
look at something on
So
that.
it's a
I
play
think it might be
on
that
Crack the
microphone.
Sky, which
Yeah.
was an experimental band from the 70s, right? It was
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the 70s era.
Need a screwdriver.
And
I think that's all it needs. And that there's a screw in there that needs to be.
Just need to tighten a screw.
Yeah.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
Yeah, it was that 70s art rock band. So that's why we just went ape shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think maybe that was the start of us. Like we had made longer songs,
But
that
this
was
is
yeah.
like the
That- yeah,
real
like,
jumping off
just
point
not
for
caring,
sure.
just
Yeah.
doing whatever.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
as you pointed out, next season we're going to be trying to write more kind of like pop songs, and the
Yep.
approach there is to write songs that are under 3.5
Yes.
minutes. And when we find
but still have that
hook,
same feel.
oh yeah. But when we find the hook that really, really works, to go with it and kind of just like a pop song would, kind of dedicate most of the vocals and everything to that line.
Yes.
The I really must go. It's the bundle up and go.
Yeah.
That part is so infectiously fucking catchy.
Yes, it is.
It is so goddamn catchy. I thoroughly enjoyed that. We're still
Don't
getting a
pull
little
on
bit
the
of buzz
cable.
from it. Still getting a little buzz from it. Now, Justin, do you remember anything about recording that one?
Just the end part.
The end part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really remember anything otherwise. Like, yeah, I think we're good.
I think we're good.
We
Look
might
at
just
that.
have to fuck around with
Look
it.
at that. All right.
Season 2 is over. We need to buy all new fucking
All
cables and
new
stands.
cables.
Yeah.
Now, Jameso, from an outsider, what hits you from that song?
The groove.
Yeah.
Really cool, like chill feel to it.
Yeah.
It was had like a slow bounce to it. You're obviously having a lot of fun on the vocals.
Yeah.
Well, there's that one point where you just went, Kyle's getting horny, and then I'm like, hello. Hey there. I did my hello Satan thing kind of all over again there.
Yeah, no, that was. I don't remember that one. I guess I tuned in later or left early that night it was on because I usually listen when I can. But no, that one's really good. That was a nice little surprise.
Yeah, I'm really glad title-wise and catchiness-wise, even though it's a 7-minute song to start off, I think that was definitely a lucky draw that we stopped ready for this one.
It's Providence.
It is. Now, the second song of the night would be from episode 13.
Correct.
Episode 13, do you remember who was on this episode at all?
I do not.
You do not. Well, while we're discussing what the title of the song is, I'm going to look it up and see what we got. So, what is the name of this
John
single?
Liquid Zuma.
John Liquid Zuma.
Yes.
Zach, do you have any idea why you named it John Liquid
It's
Zuma?
gonna, because John Leguizamo, and there was a reason why that fit in with whatever we were trying to
Whatever
write.
we were talking
But
about.
once the song starts playing, I'll be like, oh, duh, it's because...
Yeah.
maybe this one, all right, this is a guess. There's a sound that sounds like Mario Brothers.
Probably.
All right, well,
I don't remember. I did re-listen to these some.
Just
some
looking
of
it up right now.
John
This
Leguizamo
is the song that we wrote in reaction to the Super Bowl. This is from the episode Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
this is
a-
just the three of us. I do not believe anybody else is included. And
the
if you
Maroon
were,
5 song?
This is the Maroon 5
Yes,
song.
okay.
The quote unquote maroon.
Maroon
Yes.
5 song.
Yes.
It's me being pissed off that they played the Super Bowl because it was the worst. I think the lyric is it was the low light of a slow night because the Super Bowl itself
you're right,
was
it is.
fucking
Pretty good.
boring, and it was literally the lowest point of the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. That was the most
That
boring
is the
Super
chorus.
Bowl.
I'm almost positive.
All right, now what's the you know what the length on this guy is?
I do not know.
You do not until we start playing it. You won't know. All right,
We should have this information.
we should.
Can't you just left click that in
I, mean,
the...
I guess I can. I
I
don't know if it'll actually give me.
Does it tell you? Does it tell you anything?
Nope.
Well, either way, we're
No, I
gonna
I'll show you in a
start.
sec.
We're gonna start playing it, so then we're gonna know how long it is anyway. So we'll see you guys in a couple minutes. But this is John Liquid Zuma from the episode Super Doll, episode 13 of season 2 of Moucha Won't Shut Up. We'll see you in a matter of minutes.
Just like, go back to the...
Michael paved the way for that pitch you're shrieking. Moves like Mick, that's a sad aspiration. Get off my street with all that slow-mo stripping. Man up, cause dead brains crush your present. I'd rather a roaring, sober Miley or Katie with her got to charge. Classic locals, rap rock rendition, a song we never knew we didn't want. The low light of slow night, the low night of slow night, the low light of slow night, the low light of slow. Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Their lips. Your heads don't connect, and you're missing proof the distance between reality and the image you've been printing. The low light of slow night, the low night of slow night, the low light of slow night, the low light of slow. Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Their lips. The state of music today, a legend of the last 20 years. The state of music today, I got to a generation, I got to a generation of years, of years. Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Who do you think you are? Who are you to show off their lips? Their lips. Michael paved the way for that pitch you're shrieking. Moves like Mick, that's a sad aspiration. Get off my screen with all that slow-mo stripping. Man up, 'cause dead friends crush your presence. Crush your presence. Crush your presence. Crush your presence.
All right, so that is a pop song. That is a pop song,
100%,
brunch style. It is still
Yes.
5 minutes and 12 seconds long. There's still weird shit at the end.
Yep.
But that's what you're looking forward to in season 3. More
Yes.
stuff along those lines. Maybe not so much me talking about men's nipples.
Yeah, or maybe more men's nipples.
more
we
men's
never,
nipples.
you never know.
You don't plan these things out. They
True.
just happen. Now, Zach, you were saying you have no idea why it's called John Liquid Zoom after
I
listening
can't
to that.
remember either.
Me
It was,
neither.
we had to say something about John Leguizamo during the process of making it.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
It gets lost on me.
It works, though. It works. And again, that's our anti-Maroon 5, anti-Super Bowl from the episode Super Doll, where it was just, I believe, the three of us.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Jameso,
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think of that one?
That one's really cool. I think you had them in mind super strong for the verse.
Yeah, the verse.
The verse was straight up Maroon 5.
It
like
was
the
exactly.
melody.
It was.
It's
think,
really funny when you like notice it. It's like, oh shit, I didn't notice that before.
Yeah.
But this time I was like, na 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 na.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what you did there.
I didn't know we could do that around here.
Yeah, you're allowed to rip people off as long as you do it poorly.
Okay.
Then they don't care, They don't care about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a poppier song. The next one, I believe, is the episode from when Jameso was last on, besides last week, for the import beer taste test.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, Jameso, what do you remember about recording this song?
Being super fucking nervous, and then looking at Zach and Justin in the same moment in disbelief when you started singing like Meatloaf.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is the Meatloaf one. We talked about it last week.
I was so excited to write a Reynolds. I got really fucking excited actually when Zach sent me a little video clip of him doing the synth line.
Yeah.
And he's like, come up with a bass line. And I'm like, all right, what keys it in? He told me, and I just came up with something I really liked. I sent it to him. He's like, perfect.
And then I shit all over it.
I had a productive moment with music for the first time in forever. So I was really excited to get in here and do this. And the first time I ever played bass on anything, I played bass for about a month at that point.
Oh, right. Yeah, you had just gotten a bass.
And it shows, I think. Zach had to do a lot of fixing, I believe.
He always does some fixing.
There's been plenty of times that
I'm also not used to playing on a click track. I don't know. Well, enough excuses. I just, I think it...
You remember being nervous, you remember being excited, and then you remember being disappointed at what I did.
I think it clashed stylistically.
Sounds about
This is
right
something
around
I
here.
think if we went back and tweaked it and you did a different vocal take,
Like we said,
you could
the
probably make
song
the song
from
really
like
cool.
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever, when I was working on it, you were like, that was the voice. Why the hell didn't you just do that voice?
Yeah.
Now, what is the actual name of this song?
Plasma Night.
Plasma Night.
Height.
Plasma Height.
Oh, Plasma Height.
Plasma Height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming in at 4 minutes and 33
We got,
seconds.
what we got going on
4
here
minutes.
sonically. We got this is right after you got your synth, right?
So this is when I first got the keyboard.
And you were playing
I
with the
was
saxophone
first learning
noise.
to play the synth stuff.
It's pretty wild.
I think this was this song. I remember not liking it. And I remember it being like I looked at it like a learning point for all of us. On everyone's.
Were we rushing through some of this too?
Yeah, probably the vocals.
Yeah.
We were doing pretty quick. Not too many times did we stop and go, let's do that again.
Yeah.
Let's try something else. It was more like...
Well, I don't know if we had time.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Zach was on the show
Weeks
late
later.
that day.
Yeah.
He came in about
Okay.
15 minutes after it started.
So we were definitely rushing it through.
Yeah.
Now this is basically the first installment tonight of a brunch with Kyle and Jameso song. So you're gonna see what we did here. And then you're gonna get to hear us at the end of the show as to what the four of us have created together once again. Now you said 4 minutes and 33 seconds. So this is,
4
I think,
minutes, 33
officially
seconds,
the shortest one that we're gonna be doing tonight. So let's jump into Plasma Height.
Plasma Height.
We'll be back in 4 minutes and a couple of seconds.
Yeah, it's like...
Don't get me started, no, don't get me started. We're in for a game tonight. Don't make me fight it, no, don't make me fight it. I'm not looking for a wrong or right. No need for reminding, I'm dead set on finding an easy way out of the shade. Let's start pretending we're better off not ending and sail off into the night. You, and me. We've got so much more than it or leave it. Don't try to deceive it. Give a fire inside to ignite. Try to embrace the feelings you've been racing, how it be into the night. No need for reminding, I'm dead set on finding an easy way out of the shade. Let's start pretending we're better off not ending and sail off into the night. You, and me, we've got so much more than this to see. You, and me, got so much more than this to be.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to say the first verse is 100% Meatloaf. I was lounge singer dancing over here on the couch throwing throughout that. The second verse, it drops off a little bit there, but it's still fairly Meatloaf-esque. Zach, you remembered hating this song. What do you think of after listening to it?
I like it.
You like it?
It's a good song.
It's catchy.
It's another poppy song.
It's poppy.
I think we were all like, these vocals are so weird, and we all felt like not great about this. Yeah. Like I said, that song with another vocal take in a different style would fucking be really good, because
what do you think if I redid it in like a Bruce Springsteen voice or Billy Joel voice or another her or something like that? Just
less her, more.
I was thinking more her.
No,
Scott Stapp. Could I Scott Stapp it?
Scott Stapp is playing
the Sherman. He's going to the
Mount
Sherman.
Airy.
Oh, Mount Airy. Sorry, Mount Airy.
Does that mean his like fucking saddlebag full of meth is going to be with him?
No.
Here's my plan.
Now he's
the Scott Stapp show.
Okay, Zach.
Oh, what? We got a plan?
We all
Is it a heist?
We all dress up like exactly like the same.
Yeah.
And pick it from a Creed video.
Yeah.
And all like when he wore like a wife beater and like a red coat.
Okay.
But
somebody has to gel their hair back.
I'll gel my hair all the way
we need
back.
like in the wind.
But like
Yes.
30 of us, like
Yeah.
all of us and everyone else we know, everyone just different sizes, ages, and genders, colors, whatever.
Wear the same outfit.
But we all have the same outfit, and like look like Scott Stapp,
Yeah.
and then just fucking heckle the fuck out of him.
Well,
dressed like him.
I was saying it when you threw that information my way, and I found out he was playing up there. One of my old acquaintances is his drummer.
Get us backstage.
So
make fun
I'm gonna
of this
try.
motherfucker to his face.
I'm gonna try. See, it's Dango, who is the drummer for Amber Pacific, the pop punk band off Hopeless Records, became a Nashville-based kind of drummer for hire. He's in the Christian music world, and then
he make
fucking
the money, man.
And he tours drumming for. He played fucking like South Africa. He's gone all over the world drumming for Scott Stapp, and he's basically the Creed fill-in drummer because all they do is Scott Stapp's single like solo stuff, but then they have to play Arms and
One copyright strike.
Sack of Eyes. All right, so the next song. We got to jump. We got so much music here.
Do.
The next song is from the episode 15 that was entitled Drunken Donuts.
You don't have to unplug it.
Son of a bitch.
Donuts. And
What was the episode name? I'm sorry. It was
Drunken Donuts.
Drunken Donuts, yes.
Now, I was looking up the description that I gave this episode. It says, the boys sip some low-calorie PBR. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And
This was a good episode to
Dunkin' flavored
listen
coffee.
to.
Zach hates the Amish. Justin likes them. Kyle is impartial. So what is the name of the song from the episode where Zach hates the Amish?
Purple Hot Dog.
Purple Hot Dog.
All right, now this
Hot
was
dog water?
No, this was because you
DAW.
said you wanted a title,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it.
Oh,
so I
yeah,
took
it was,
all the words you said and said ways
was
to
it?
say those
What did I
words
say?
other
Blue
ways.
cold pussy? Like what the fuck did I
No,
say?
no.
No, it might have been blue something.
Blue,
Deep blue something.
deep blue pussy.
I don't
No,
remember.
it was like blue, warm. I don't know.
Blue
think
warm
about
pussy?
it. We want it.
What's the opposite of dog if it's not pussy?
I like that even Zach can't figure out.
Yeah.
the
He can't
thing.
figure
You
out
gotta
the
go back and
madness
listen to
behind
it.
all of it. Now, again, I think this is another episode that was amidst all of the snowstorms that we were having, so we did not have a guest, I believe, on this one. Again, if you're listening and you were the guest, sorry. Write a complaint. You can send it to 123 Justin Sucks PA. It's our PO box, and we'll accept everything from there. So this song, what's the runtime on it?
5 minutes, 10 seconds.
All right, so a lot of these we really
moving along, we're
the
zipping.
last month is really where we started. I
Yeah.
think once we hit 11 minutes, we were like, yeah, 9's nothing, 7's nothing.
Yeah.
It's running with the weights off, It's swinging the bat with no weights on it, and other
I
things
don't
that you
remember
do
this
with no
song.
weights on.
Even after re-listening to
I
this.
don't remember by title, by episode name, anything like that. So
I remember talking shit on the Amish.
All right.
Yeah.
I do remember.
I
that.
remember
remember
that
the
as well.
PBR.
And I remember the
And the
PBR.
Dunkin'. I do
remember
and
drinking
the
that
Dunkin'.
PBR.
I remember everything about
Yes.
that episode that Jameso says was a great episode to listen to.
Is this like a metal song?
I think it's a punk song.
Is it a punk song? Who
think
knows?
so.
You know what? Everybody's going to find out together here over the next, how many again?
5
5
minutes,
minutes,
10
10 seconds. Another short one, another poppy one. So here is Purple Hot Dog from episode 15. We'll see you shortly. it out. I figured it out.
He figured it out.
Well, Zach figured half of it out. Zach said that purple was because of the grunge pedal. It was Boss, right?
No, that was a Digitech DOD grunge.
All right, so
It's the first pedal I ever bought.
That is the first pedal I ever bought.
Wild, right?
And then the hot dog part of it is because I bought 2 pedals at once from the music store. I walked in and I said I want to be able to play music and sound like I was playing a Dan Electro, so I was like, and a Squire double fat Strat, right out of that box that came with your little amp. So I had those 2 guitars, and I was just like, I want to play kind of like the Beatles.
Yeah,
and the guy was like, oh, the grilled cheese from Dan Electro would be a perfect pairing. Get that little like twanginess to it. And I was like, all right. And I was like, but what about when I want to play heavy? And he's just like, well, when you want, just go with the grunge. And I bought those 2 pedals. So blue hot dog or purple hot dog is grunge grilled cheese. That's what I wanted to name it.
Man, if only he'd steered you in the direction of the metal zone.
The metal zone? Oh, there was the one with the lightning bolts all over? Or was that the grunge?
No. That was the death metal or something.
Shit.
How long ago would you say?
This was 2001.
Yeah, okay. So
Say
the grunge pedal they were
2001.
pushing like crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I
It's a
bought
big
one in
fucking thing.
2004.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what? They tried to sell me one too at the music store and said I bought a Boss DS1 distortion.
Okay.
For about $35 too many.
Ooh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
No.
No?
I hated that pedal
Did
immediately.
you wish you went back with the grunge?
If you paid, what did you pay for it?
About $70.
That's crazy.
Well, I remember
I didn't
Those
know
are
any better.
$35 pedals.
Well, I was going to say, their pedals are usually like $40-$45 there.
Back then, that pedal was $35 in the Musician's Friend the Musician's Friend catalog. Everyone,
Because so was the overdrive that I used.
Yeah.
The yellow overdrive.
yeah, they're not that cheap
I
anymore.
like that
I
overdrive.
love that.
It's a good overdrive. Oh.
I know people will hunt me down because I like that one more than the Tube Screamer, but I do.
Oh, Lord. Now, real quick on the song itself.
Maybe that's why these songs
Yes,
suck.
I think we were going for Soundgarden.
Yeah,
I know,
Soundgarden,
Like I
about-
think that
about
was.
It sounded
Yeah.
like Helmet.
Yeah,
it sounds like Helmet.
I really love Helmet, and I knew that.
Yeah, Helmet's rad.
I think there
I
were
know
times
Justin's
in
drumming is way more like
No.
Helmet than it
Well,
is
I
like
mean, but here's the
but
thing.
Soundgarden.
I
I
think
don't
we
think-
hit parts of that genre.
And I don't think
You didn't change
Jameso
time 8
understands
times.
how much Zach loves his grandfather Helmet. He really.
I do.
That's
His
true.
grandfather's name is Helmet.
Yes.
That's his name.
That's his name.
Helmet.
It's a
Hot
great
Gun,
name.
baby.
I just remember that from that episode because Helmet, I believe, was brought up then. So that song, another catchy one, not super long. And
Yeah.
the next one that we're getting to is the record breaker. The next one here
I gotta
is
pee.
the record holder. Zach is going to pee before we start the longest song here.
Yes.
Now, this one...
Well, I remember this episode because we didn't have music, so I picked a song that I was listening to from us
Yeah.
over and over. Like I was just like
One from
obsessed with it.
previously in the season.
Yeah,
right?
overestimated. I believe that
You played
was
overestimated. Okay,
episode 6.
6, something around there.
Yeah.
Now this episode, the title of it, I remember Zach was. I think he was just driving around in the Jeep or something like that, or
Yeah.
driving around a truck at work, and the phrase just came out, and then he brought it back up later. So
Yes.
if that's wrong, he can correct us. But the name of the song is feels like the shaft might fall out.
Yes.
That's-
Okay, I remember this song title. I'm pretty sure I remember the song. Too.
We put it up. This is the first one that we, after the Christmas songs, this is the first one that we made sure that we had up and readily available for people to listen to.
Yes.
One of the black metal ones. Was this really?
Yeah.
This
was like the
all inclusive.
It's
This
an epic
is
song.
The
Man.
beginning of country death.
Yes.
Death
Does it
country.
have the black metal like picture on it? Was this the one?
This
that
was
had
the
that?
one
No,
that was
this
my
was
face.
with,
Justin and Zach were both in my eyes
Yes.
on my glasses,
Oh, okay.
And the woods
then
were
I was
behind
behind
them.
the woods.
Yes.
The woods were behind me, right? So that's the
Yes.
first one that Zach made artwork for.
I
This
only
is-
asked because one of those songs I was watching on YouTube or listening, whatever, both. That night, and whatever crazy black metal song it was had like the perfect artwork, and I may have been quite inebriated at the time.
Yeah.
But it really took me somewhere.
Oh, well, there's
I
one
was
that
like,
Justin
damn.
made that's like a picture of the house, and there's like
Soul
all the
Seeker?
lights and everything like that for
It's
Soul
like black
Seeker.
and white. Or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
The black and white
sure.
is this one.
Yeah,
Feels
this one.
the
So
shaft
this
fall
this
out.
might
No,
be the
this-
one that made me like
Yeah, it's the
space out like
woods.
that.
And then my
And it's
face,
Kyle's face in
okay,
front
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
and then Zach in a Power Ranger mask, and then
Yeah.
you.
All right, well, let's settle it.
My
Play that
eyes.
motherfucker.
All right,
and we're
so
gonna-
I will say that
Put this
this
to rest.
this was the first time that we actually got the drum sounding where we wanted
This
to.
was, yeah.
And I think it's one of my. I mean, to pick out of all of the new songs, I think it's still my favorite out of the new songs.
Hell yeah. It is long, but it is worth it.
Yeah.
That's what a
When I
lot
get
of
to
people
shreds,
don't
my
get to say
fave.
about their sex life, but it's something we can say about this song. Long, but worth it.
Yes.
Usually it's short and just disappointing. This is long, but worth it. So again, this is from episode 16, I believe it said.
Yes. 16.
Feels like the shaft might fall out. Zach's
Of the Jeep.
Zach's. But this is like Zach's like opus. You know, this is Zach's great
Well,
epic.
we
ode
realized
to
that
the
everything
Jeep.
we were trying to do previous
an
finally
ode to
came
the
to
Jeep.
a head in this song.
Say that again?
I said everything that we were trying to do previous finally came
Yeah.
to an
No,
head.
this
We
is. I
realized
will
that.
say this is the first.
And it came
in
together
history
so easily.
Death country song there is.
I'm not gonna say that
You're
because
not?
there's a lot of shit you haven't
I
heard,
mean,
dude.
Yeah,
A lot of
there
shit
is.
on-
I mean, Hank the Third does a lot of crazy
No,
weird
no.
Don't be so pompous, Kyle.
No, Zach coined the phrase. It's ours. We own it.
country death.
Manifest destiny. We're taking that. All right.
Well,
All right.
white
so
people gonna white.
white people gonna white. All right. So here's feels like the shaft might fall out. We'll see you in about 11 minutes. Oh, yeah. All right, so that was Feels Like the Shaft by Fallout.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Zach just made a revelation about what he was listening to. What was the name of the...
when at the end, when it come in with that, like, arpeggiator with the breakbeat on it, because I was listening to that song constantly, Staple Tapeworms on My Penis. By Passenger of Shit.
Passenger of Shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
A wonderful Australian
name
group
of all time.
It is fucking... Yeah, so that song, as we were kind of saying there at the end, at 7 minutes in, I went, there's still a whole song left. And then it flies by. Every second of that song is worthy of being in that song. There really isn't any throwaway parts in there.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And Jameso came up with a really funny idea for a music video for that, where it's just like you said, it's a Jedi.
It's a guy with like a Jedi, like a robe, a big brown robe. You can't see his face ever in the whole thing.
No, okay.
This is
I was
all body
thinking, like,
language
epic.
acted out. Right?
Okay. Can I be walking behind him epically
that
singing
song
as he's
is the sound of a man trudging through the desert,
To his
cold
death.
at night, to his death.
Yeah.
And he knows it's coming. And it's so sorrowful and like final.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like, but it doesn't want to give up.
Well, you said it sounds
just
like
keeps
a
trudging
funeral
on.
march
Yeah.
of
It
some
feels like
sort.
a funeral dirge.
Yeah, funeral dirge is what you said.
I did justice by because I was trying to write some death metal, black metal, like some of the shit that I really like that I never like really thought I like wrote a song in that style till we made this one. And I was like, no, this can be argued.
Dude.
This is country death.
This is country
that
death.
is
Thank
what the
you.
genre sounds like.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
We claim it in the name of the houseboat Tommy Lee
Home of
Jones.
the country death.
Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones, or I think the possible alternative to Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones, if she ever comes around, is the Houseboat Susan Sarandon's Sweet Sweet Titties. So if she ever comes around to that,
That's a fact.
That would be a
That is a
very,
fact.
very
Susan
way
Sarandon.
different logo.
way different logo. I
Is
want to
it
get
just
him to
her
draw it up.
titties?
It's just her and Bull Durham, just like her
Yeah.
and Bull Durham.
Two
The
thumbs up for
peacockness.
that.
Oh my god, that plays all the time, and I have it on TV at work all the time. It's a fucking amazing
We
film.
should get Will to redo
really
the
great.
logo with Tommy Lee Jones, but he's holding boxing gloves, like old school looking
Okay,
boxing gloves.
yeah.
It's the same style image of her holding boxing gloves.
Oh, the two of them going
Yeah.
face to face, battling for the right for
Do
the
you
name.
think we could book Tommy Lee Jones to do some country
I
death
hope so.
vocals?
We really need to. We really
do.
need to
Why the hell would I
because.
do something like that?
All right. So that's the longest song that we wrote, and
Cute little song there, Slick.
the fun. You're saying it, and I'm just seeing Josh Brolin because of Men in Black 3 and how fucking spot on he does pretty much everything.
He's so good.
He's
That's Thanos,
annoyingly,
man. That's
it's
crazy.
Thanos. That's fucking. What was he was in Deadpool 2, like
2, yeah.
playing fucking like that's he's done everything, and every day that I'm
Stormin knocks
here,
it out of the park.
I look at the Goonies poster as well,
Yeah.
and he's in the Goonies. You
He
can't
is.
forget that.
Who's in the good? What?
I'm talking
Yeah.
about Thanos.
Your mom's in the Goonies.
We're talking about Thanos. He was in the
Yes.
Goonies. Josh Brolin.
Well, we can't. Well, me and Kyle saw the fucking movie, you scumbags.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah,
Oh,
we
you
can't
saw it?
discuss it.
Yeah.
We can't discuss it. Justin is not.
Oh wow,
Justin
damn,
is not,
dog.
so we cannot discuss
You of
it.
all people, I haven't seen it.
Wow,
I have not
wow.
seen it.
It's
Not like I
disappointing.
missed
is
it
up
on the.
with that?
I missed it on the time that I thought I was going to be able to get tickets, just like
Yeah,
Star Wars.
yeah.
And then I was like, "Fuck this!" The mall has like 500 showings a day,
Yeah.
and they're all like sold
All
out.
sold
I'm
out.
just waiting for people to.
Well,
step
yeah, in this
away a little
fucking
bit.
cud mall, you gotta
Yeah.
branch out to other theaters.
Yeah, Pocono Cinema was
Yeah,
great.
I
We
mean,
got tickets day of,
I'm
3
sure I
hours
can
before.
see it.
I like Pocono Cinema.
It's amazing.
On opening night. It's not
Oh, yeah.
the greatest film
It was
experience.
great for Star Wars, dude.
But it is a fun time.
great. It's
a
I
fun
want
time.
a raffle.
He
I
won
haven't
a
been there
raffle,
since they've
and-
redone it. The
and-
last movie I saw
then-
there was Hot Fuzz.
Well, the funny thing about
No, I
this
saw-
showing was we got to watch Brian O'Halloran, Dante from Clerks, introduce the movie live in person.
Which is very weird that
for
they got.
no real reason. And then, I mean, he was
Yeah, I
there
really
promoting
like
a
that
movie I
series,
guess he's
so-
working on.
He's like, I got nothing to do. Please hire
I'm
me.
2 hours away. I can come over. I snapped a picture with him outside. He was possibly one of the more annoying people I've ever experienced in person.
Really?
Oh, really fucking annoying. But he
Wow.
comes outside.
What did
and
he do?
He's like a nerd police. He's nerd police. That's what he basically is.
Okay.
No spoilers.
So he walks outside. He's like, "Don't spoil it for anybody."
did I
Hashtag don't spoil. Endgame.
Well,
and
Endgame
we
is
were like,
doing
let's
that,
call
though,
Keith
too.
right now and spoil it in California because he hasn't been able to see
Have
it
you
yet.
seen that video?
What?
The
Guy
don't
get
spoil
knocked
it
out.
from
No.
from the
Somebody get knocked
Avengers.
out?
No.
Oh, where the guy I thought you meant the guy
No,
got
it's like
beat up.
actually the
That
cast.
happened.
Oh,
Just
them,
go through it, and they
saying,
made a
"Don't
video
spoil."
like "Don't
So
spoil."
weird.
That's
That's such a
that's
weird
crazy.
thing.
But either way,
It's like, how self-important do you have to feel about your movie?
we walked
Holy
outside.
shit.
He comes out like we're like the first couple of people, you know. I don't know. We're out the door, and we're like the only people like standing outside. And then everybody kind of starts walking out. He walks out. And he's like, "Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it." And he goes, "If you're gonna tell anybody anything, tell them that Wolverine showed up and saved the day." And I went, well, that's kind of just like spoiling a potential possible thing that
Dante
could have
become
happened.
an overbearing Jewish mother?
He kind of has a little bit of that feeling. A little
Not
bit.
even
tell
supposed to
anybody
be
about the
here
thing.
today.
Yeah. Immediately, I said to Mikey that I was gonna shout something stupid at him, but it wasn't going to be that because everybody was going to shout that. And he got up in front of everybody and was like, "Hello, everybody. I'm Brian O'Halloran. You may know me from Clerks." And the guy just goes, like 2 rows behind us, she goes, "You're not even supposed to be here today." And he's like, "Ha ha ha, you're right." Yep.
Die on the way home.
Well, I just wanted to shout out, hey, do you got the hubcaps for a 72 Pinto? Because that's a way deeper cut to the same movie. Either way, Avengers, Justin, you need to watch it. That
I do
last
have
song
to see it. I
was
will.
about as epic, if not as epic, as Avengers Endgame.
We'll be able to talk about Game of Thrones and
I'm
Game
so
when we come
mad
back.
right now.
You're so mad about what?
That if like as soon as we listen to my favorite song,
We talk
so
about
far,
Endgame?
we talk about fucking that jerk off guy.
Josh Brolin.
No, not Josh.
Oh,
no.
Dante, Brian O'Halloran.
Yeah, whatever his name is. I just treated him
Well,
like
you know
he
what
was
we
a
need to
dude
do?
on the street.
We need
He
to
was
cheer
saying
Zach
jokes, he was
up.
like,
You know what's
"Oh,
the
yeah,
best way to cheer
sure."
Zach up?
A Super Mario Brothers song?
A Super Mario Brothers ska song, right? That's what we did?
Yeah.
All right, so this is with...
what it
This
turned
is the
into.
Super Mario Bros. One. I was wrong earlier. right?
okay, so this is the one, I believe so.
Why is this Super Mario though?
This is the ska song we wrote.
Oh
This is the ska
yeah,
song.
this is the Super
If
Mario.
there's any
Whatever
way
that
to
scream
cheer
was.
up a sad
Yeah.
Zach, it's with some ska that he wrote 6 weeks ago. It's very specific. He has to always write a ska song, so 6 weeks from that day he can listen to it and cheer himself up. But this is with Ethan Jurley.
Yes.
He played, what did he play on this? Bass?
Bass,
He
yes.
played some bass on here?
And some
had
drums.
those
And some drums.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
because
he
there was
did
that one
throw in
part that
drums
I
there.
had
Yeah.
just couldn't do.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
I have more of a
couldn't
memory. This is
comprehend
where I start remembering more and more about them because it's only 6 weeks ago or so. But this isn't a super long one as well. What do we have?
This is 5 minutes and 8 seconds.
5 minutes and 8 seconds. And what is the title of this song?
Stand on.
Oh, Stand On. Relation
Stand
to
on,
Randon?
stand on.
I think we figured that out.
I think we
don't
figured
know.
out it's got something to do with Randon, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Either way, so this is
Randon.
our
Stand on me.
our attempt at writing
We
Stand
all
On Me.
need somebody to stand on.
Stop
Can't do it
copyright.
anymore. Can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so here is
For 14 songs.
featuring Ethan Jurley, Brunch with Kyle Mocha, Stand On. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
I'm not gonna budge. I'm not gonna move. I'm sticking to my guns. Press me if you need more proof. Don't push too hard. Oh, you'll set me off. Oh, the edge I'm leaning. I'm about to blow my top. You don't wanna try, you don't wanna move. Don't do anything till you've seen what I can do. Oh, don't wanna fight, I just wanna be tonight. But when pushing comes to shoving, I'ma push until you right. Is it right in there? I said my part, put in my 2 cents. Ain't worth complaining, cause there's no one listening in. Ain't gonna start to see it a new way until you show your cards. I'm not willing to play. shove it, I'ma push into you right. Don't get me wrong, you won't like me then. Don't get me fired up, it won't end with the wind. Oh, I'm a stubborn ass, and you're right in my class. We're a rock beat in a rock, you're beat my foot in your head.
Alrighty, so that was Stand On.
That is such a good song, too. That's why it's going to be really hard to be like, this is my favorite. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to say... I mean, the last one is definitely the best of the best, I believe.
And it came together the easiest.
That one is so goddamn fun.
That one came together so easy, too. Because there was time to do all that weird shit at the end. Like,
yeah.
And another perfected weird shit at the end type of moment. Like that comes the fucking low.
I remember just
that come
people in
there.
chat loving
Hilarious.
the end of that beat. Well, they love the song, but then the beat.
And you
like,
said you were
didn't
still
have
listening to Passenger shit.
Well, see, then I got like into like some breakbeat. Passenger shit is like hardcore breakbeat.
Yeah.
But then I was like getting back into some old breakbeat stuff that I used to like.
James, what's your reaction? You're not really a ska
no, I am
person.
probably the most
anti-ska
person.
James hates happiness.
It's just not for me.
What do you think about that song individually, though?
It's
too goofy for you.
No, it's too goofy. It's the right amount of goofy.
Do you think we can get in the next Nintendo game?
We could be in a Nintendo game.
Do you think we can be in the next Super Mario Brothers game?
Absolutely.
Not if we tell them what the song's not about. The song was originally written in regards to an altercation I got into at the bar, and it was just like a kind of like dumb words that guys in the bar use to describe getting into an altercation, and then I'm recording it and Zach's going, is this about like rough sex? I'm like, no, it's about getting an altercation. And I look back and I went, oh, and then Ethan's like, this sounds like it's all about premature ejaculation, which is why it's off the episode Premature Ska Ejaculation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yuck.
Now the next one we're doing, I believe, is the
this is the Swan.
The Swan song, right?
Hot
This is our
Broth.
Swan song.
Yes.
What is the name? It's Hot Broth.
Broth.
Now you named it Hot Broth because of Swanson broth, right?
Swanson broth.
Swanson broth, hot Swanson broth.
I
Makes
think
sense.
this is my
somewhere.
least favorite that we've done this season.
You think this is your
I
least
think
favorite
so.
of them?
Wait, maybe
This
not.
is the
Maybe
one
not.
we
I don't want to
attempted-
say
Why
that.
would you
I
say
don't want
that?
to
We
say that.
attempted
I
to
don't
make
know.
a Led Zeppelin style song, and it turned more into what band did you say?
White Snake and
White
Poison.
Yeah.
Poison.
I mean,
What
I
did
do.
your dad say? It
I
sounded
do like
like
the song.
Oh, your dad said Mountain.
My dad said it sounded like Mountain, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
he went
yeah,
on
yeah.
this
Then he-
long
then-
diatribe.
no,
he
and then
posted
he
the
just, and I'm like,
Wikipedia.
did you just Google it? Like, are you Google? And he was like, Wikipedia is a great thing. And I was just like, all right. He literally, like, it sounded
You
like...
didn't
it
know
was
that,
this-
though, that it was Leslie West?
No, I just didn't know how in-depth my dad's knowledge of Mountain was. It was a little
Dude,
intense.
Mississippi Queen is like the riff I test a guitar with. Like that.
It's a good one to test.
That's probably one of my favorite cover songs ever to play that I never actually played out.
You guys never played that out, really?
No.
That's a fucking
Zach, let's
crowd
just record
pleaser.
a cover of it.
Do a cover.
Yeah.
Do a cover.
country
I've done
death.
it at karaoke.
Yeah.
Country,
It's a great
country
song.
death
It's a great
cover.
I love
Dude, you
singing
gotta
that
do it next
song.
karaoke.
I've done it at karaoke before.
Now
I'll do
this
it again.
this song, I said I made a lot of Greta Van Fleet jokes about this song.
But it doesn't sound like
and
that.
It doesn't
SNL
sound like it at
performance?
all.
Oh God.
Oh Lord! But this song was an ode to Jay Swan, the Swan Man, and everything he enjoys doing with the hunting of swans. So this is Hot Broth.
Yes.
What's this? Like 6 minutes or so?
It is 5 minutes 49 seconds.
All right, so just under 6 minutes. Hot Broth from episode 18, 17?
18.
18. Yes. All right, we're getting towards the end of it all.
We are.
Here's Whitesnake.
I'm locked and loaded. I'm out for the hunt. Got my pup and soul. Spoke my target. Ow!
All right. Nice long fade out on that one there. Ooh, Cable's back at it. Cable is back at it.
Panicking over here.
Panic mode. So yeah, that one.
I take back what I said.
Take it back.
Yeah,
you take
it's
it
a
back.
good song.
There is. I liked it a lot more listening back to it.
I remember one part every time I listened to it, and I turned to Zach and I was like, auto tune coming up. Like at the end, you go up just a half step, a whole step.
Yeah.
So you go up a whole step, and while I was recording the "Oh Mama, Sweet Jesus" that part, I remember you going, just remember, I go up a whole step at the end. And I'm like, I'll hit it. And I did it. And I tried to do it. And I think there was also a part
and then I made it even harder because
you played the wrong thing, right?
I think that whole solo is in one take.
Yeah.
So it's all like improvising. And when it goes up the step, I started off in not the right key.
So I couldn't even hit the right note.
Yeah, you couldn't find it because the solo was already there.
But if I could have hit it,
it was like a really.
I couldn't have hit it, but even if I could have, I would have hit it wrong. So either way, you had to auto-tune it.
Perfect storm of bullshit.
But it literally sounds like
a Rubik's Cube of bullshit.
It's a messy game to play. But the
Love you, Dave.
point where it goes up like that, it sounds like almost a strain, like a strained vocal there.
Right.
But there's just this little hint of, you can tell it's digitally altered. Yeah.
It
Normally,
good,
if it was me hitting it naturally, there would have been probably a break or a crack in my voice there if I had actually gotten
especially
to the note.
at the time.
Yeah.
But if you didn't tell people that part was auto-tune, they wouldn't know.
They probably wouldn't, but I just pick it out every single time.
And that's the only pitch correction we've used. I think for real.
Yeah, realistically.
We fucked around with it for the Slacky song.
There's
we
been
fuck around with
effects,
it on
where it's
purpose,
really obvious.
But
I
needing
think
to
that
correct.
was the only thing that we actually tried to pitch correct without noticing.
Yeah. All right, so
just to be up front with you,
again,
motherfuckers.
that was for the episode.
Yeah, we
Jay
can sort of sing on key sometimes. Sometimes we sing on key.
We're middling. Yeah, whatever.
Also, get yourself some swan jerky.
Oh yeah, swan jerky tastes
Really
fucking delicious.
Fucking
Oh my god, they are fucking
Show
delicious.
them that death.
Now, what is the next one? Is Soul Seeker,
Yes.
correct? Now, this did we have anybody featured on this episode that you remember?
Mikey? No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it might have been the episode with Mikey. It might have been the episode where we did because this is the one about Game of Thrones.
You really should know this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, this is the one about Game of Thrones. I should, and I do. It just takes a while to get there. This is the Game of Thrones.
This is the one that I had made the art for the night before.
Yeah, the picture from the outside of the house and everything.
No, this is not the Game of Thrones one.
No, Soul Seeker isn't.
No, this is
Soul
about.
Seeker's the cream one.
Yeah, this is the cream song.
Summertime psychedelia.
Yeah, this is summertime
psychedelia.
song.
So
I think
that
yes,
means
this is right when the weather got warm.
Unless it's not.
No,
Unless
this is
not.
that's what this is.
But again,
yes.
we're all going to find out together. So I think this is the springtime psychedelia, and then the next week's episode, the next one is going to be the Game of Thrones episode.
One,
so this, I don't believe anybody's featured on Musically other than us again.
I don't think so, no.
And if you are, fuck you.
6 minutes 58 seconds.
Be more memorable.
Kyle's an angry drunk.
Be more memorable.
Damn.
It is 6 minutes 58 seconds.
All right, so it's not the record breaker.
Nope.
It is not breaking any records, but
Pretty
it is
good length, though.
Seeking for souls. It is seeking for souls.
Yes.
All right, so here is Soul Seeker from
the brakes,
episode 19, correct?
Episode 19. Yes.
All right, we'll see you in about 7 minutes, everybody.
Huff a Sharpie.
I don't pump brakes.
Total experimental pieces of shit. Oh, total experimental pieces of shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
at the end there, Zach is speaking gibberish Spanish.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
saying speaking in Spanish, and Justin is saying "Goonies never say die."
You guys are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, we're a bunch of dummies. We're a big
I
bunch
like
of
the
dumb
hidden
dummies.
shit, and I like the sounds of the room, just like
Yeah.
just like the podcast. Like I like it makes you feel like you're a part of.
Especially when he just randomly, Zach will just pick out a random thing that was recorded, and you'll just see him go, and then like copy it, paste it all the way at the end of the track, and then
Yeah.
at the end of the song, once we all leave, it's just like, yep, there's a bunch of shit
Yeah.
that he copy and pasted all the way at the end,
Yep.
and he's gonna make something out
I
of it.
will say this: when we make this available, re-listen to these songs with headphones.
Yes, definitely.
you catch a lot with
there's a
headphones.
lot. There's a lot of shit
It
going on.
really
So many
is gonna be to
layers of
your
things, 'cause
advantage.
There's a lot of panning.
Yeah, Zach's a mad scientist, so he just
Yeah.
throws a bunch of shit into the
There's a
bowl.
good way to
Bullshit.
put it. He is a mad scientist on that keyboard.
Yeah, I missed a lot of things that I didn't hear before these last two shows where I've been on with headphones on. Because, so many really subtle things, like behind things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin motioned me, he's like, yeah, this part is like this really goofy sounding guitar. It's like, ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
It doesn't fit the song at all.
Yeah.
But it's just going on in the background. And
It's
like,
so
if you
cool.
listen real close, you catch it.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is that there
fucking bizarre.
for? Who cares?
It's fucking bizarre.
Just put it. It's like every beat is like making stew. You put it all in the pot, bud.
What?
Just don't make soup.
Uh,
Just don't make soup. Now, the next episode's song is called
Sure.
Sure.
This was another Death Country, I believe.
And this, I believe, is now the one that was written about Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I believe
Yeah.
This is
where
the
we are
Mikey
at.
episode.
So this is episode 20.
Yes.
Which means this is the last song that we are listening to that we've already heard.
Yes. We have
So
one more
after
original.
this one, we have one more original and
a new
and
beat
and a
for
new
something.
beat for something that we'll get into shortly. So let's
maybe
just jump right into it. This is Sure. Sitting at 7 minutes.
7 minutes, 17 seconds.
717, old school area code for
Yep.
the area
Oh,
we
yeah.
are in. Sure.
Sure.
All right, so here's Sure. What? The fuck?
Thug needs a lady.
Oh, okay. I do love that song. Go plug in your electric blanket and listen to this. Sure.
That song is so fucking schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're right. When it comes right back in, the last 20 seconds of that song
Now the
are
question
fucking
is,
amazing.
did it live up to the episode so far, or to Game of Thrones?
To Game of Thrones so far? Yeah, it's living up. Our song's living up. It doesn't really matter right now at all, but it's living up.
Yeah,
It's living up.
right.
All right, so those are all of the previously
Yes.
released singles from this season. That is, I think, 21 technically at that point, or 20? 20.
Yes.
So now,
a journey it's
first,
been.
before we...
Well, technically 21 because we did the
Oh yeah, the rap. So then we, speaking of we ended last season with me releasing a diss track.
Yes.
We opened a.
Do you have a diss track right now?
I do not.
Okay.
And
Gimmick.
we closed, or we came back for season 2 and started off with playing my diss track, and then you guys did a response to it.
Yes.
Now, Zach, we're doing a little return here, I'm assuming.
Well, a little backstory before you get into that.
Yeah.
This comes from the Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones music now. The song
Okay.
called Snake Rag.
Okay.
Right? Is that the whole
Snake
name?
Rag,
Yeah,
I
the whole
forget
name.
the guy who
It's like
did
King something from
Alright.
the fucking
It's,
1923, I believe it is.
It's public domain.
Yes, it's public domain now.
Sam asked, so Justin used it, and then I
if
heard
you've
him
watched any
working
of our
on like
singles,
the video of it, and I was like, oh, this needs some trap drums on it. He's like, well, I'm using this for the show. I was like, well, I'm putting trap drums on it, and
Yeah.
we're gonna.
It
So
works.
this is the one that you use for the intro to
Yes.
every song here.
Yes.
Okay. So this is going to be the three of us rap. We're each going to write 16 bars for it. We don't really know what we're going to be rapping about just quite yet. So this is a sneak peek at Snake Rag. Is that what we're calling it?
Snake Rag.
Snake Rag. Yeah. All right. So we're going to jump into that, and then we'll be back to play you our final
I'm
Brunch
excited,
weekly
dude.
original single.
I'm excited to
for
hear both of
season
these
2.
because that's a cool. The Snake
I
Rag,
don't
the
know what
original is
the
a
fuck
cool
we're
song.
about to play, but
Yeah.
I'm really
Me
excited for the
neither.
song.
I have a
It's
slight
gonna
idea.
be fucking
It's
weird.
called Rake Snag. Here's Snake Rag.
Put something in your tea. Run away. I smoked a shitload of freelance apple juice. I shit on a Zamboni. I smoked a shitload of freelance apple juice. I shit on a Zamboni. freelance apple juice. Or shit on his booty.
All right, so that's your sneak peek to the entirety.
It's such a cool fucking song.
So
and
we're
like
gonna
I said,
we're gonna write a nice 3-minute rap song.
I'm gonna cut a piece of that up, and that's now the intro. For
you said,
all
Zach,
shit
the sample in there is from DJO.
The talking sample, it's from DJO.
And if people are not aware, it's
it's
a guy
so funny,
who does
dude.
funny dub
ever.
videos, mostly
All
as
about
Star Trek.
It was way before bad lip reading. I like that shit too.
Oh,
but this was
great.
is Happy in
Deja
Paraguay
Orchestra,
is very
or
old.
DJO.
And he says, I freebased
I smoked a bunch of freebase apple juice.
freebase apple juice.
I shit on a Zamboni.
And
The
that's
one
what
thing
will
they keep
separate
bringing
our
up, there's
verses.
actually
Good.
counters for how many times they say apple juice and like.
Yeah, that's the thing
like
he says
crazy
a lot.
shit.
Apple juice, apple juice, apple juice,
Apple juice for half price.
It's
Apple
some of my
juice.
favorite shit on the whole planet.
It's bizarre.
Nothing is
Stupid.
funnier
They're
to me than
musicians
that
as well
shit.
too. Like they
Yeah.
are
Oh
musicians
no, they
and
rip.
shit.
They're
Yeah.
like they're in like a heavy band and fucking
And they got
Well,
Nickelback.
we're gonna obviously have to send this track to them once we're done. We're gonna have to find them, and we're gonna have to email it to them. So when we come back in June, you will hear a collaborative rap effort. Now tonight we recorded an original single with Jameso here. Now Jameso and Zach. The two of you worked on like the structure and the guitar and everything.
Yeah, I just had this like real simple idea in my head.
Okay.
Like a clean. It's what the intro turned out to be. Just like thinking in my head, I was like, we can build around this. Zach's smart. Can I? What to do.
Can I say, if you had me drumming on the beginning part, the only thing that I heard was Blink 182.
Blink-182. Well, you
like
had
I had
said,
just heard that. Like I was just like, that's what it would have
been.
been.
I was thinking like the clean parts of like early 2000s screamo core.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what you did.
I purposely didn't want drums on that part.
I'm not saying what you did reminded me of that,
what
but that's
you
where I
would have
heard
been-
drumming.
You would have been drumming that style.
No, yeah, we I just threw some riffs back and forth, and I recorded a little bit here and there to like layer stuff, and
it came out really good.
There's a lot of delay.
Yeah,
so much
a lot of
delay.
Oh yeah,
James is the delay man. He loves it.
Yeah, we for the most of it we use the on my delay pedal. There's a setting that emulates the Benson Echo Rec.
All right.
Made famous by
the Echo Rectum
by Pink Floyd, David Gilmour. It's like his delay sound. So that's what most of it you hear. But on the leads, I think we used the Boss DM2 setting. So
yeah,
a couple different, just lots of delay, lots of fun texturing going on. The song is cool.
Metal Muff.
Yeah,
which is a weird pedal.
Yeah, but
Metal Muff.
It's a really cool distortion. It really works.
Yeah, it's different.
And I think this song has really cool breaks. Like, it changes tempo in nice ways. It doesn't get monotonous. It's,
well, Zach pointed out, he goes, Jameso comes in and he sits down with me and he and I work on something, and at the end of it, it's country death. It's country death. And
he
I was
injected
like,
the country.
All right, what was that?
Well, you goddamn right. They got that damn cat. What do you think about it?
Chicken picking on his Telecaster.
That's all he's doing.
And I did it on the bass too. At one point, I was 3-finger picking.
Three finger picking.
Now, Zach, you said a little bit ago during one of the last couple songs that you're really enjoying listening to all these old songs, but now you've forgotten what the hell we did here.
Yeah, I have no, because none of us listened to this all the way through yet.
Yeah, we haven't listened
Not
all the way
even
through.
once.
So I think
Here we go.
It's time to jump right into what is our length on this guy here?
6 minutes 49 seconds.
All right,
How
6
long
minutes
are we,
49
baby?
seconds.
Schmaybe.
And
Schmaybe.
Schmaybe is the name of the song.
Song any good?
Schmaybe. So here's Schmaybe, Brunch
go
with
fuck
Kyle
yourself.
Mocha and Jameso. We'll be back in under 7 minutes.
The places we've been, the phases we've seen, all come and go. go our way, pushing to our right. The only ones on this dusty path, onwards and upwards, now ready to ride, now ready to ride on this dusty path.
There you have it. Holy,
That's a rad track, dude.
I forgot about the country part
did
there
too.
too. The little country.
I'm like looking at it.
so
I'm like,
wacky.
shit. Why are we? We're only at 4 minutes. What the fuck is next?
What else is left? Like we
Yeah.
got 3 minutes left. Like what the fuck do we
Yeah.
got? Yeah, that was fucking the drop right before it. Just
Taking
makes
your
you
ass
think,
out to the tractor pole.
Yeah, you put that drop in there, and I was like, "Oh, okay, wait, what the?" Yeah, and I looked at the time. I'm like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
How do we have this much time left?" And that part comes back in, and it's fucking silly.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh,
Great song.
Really funny.
it really was.
I think we had a good season of songs.
I think it was an amazing season of songs. You can definitely watch or listening through last week's episode and this week's episode. You can definitely see the progression of
Yeah,
everything.
for sure.
Things definitely sound better.
Well, the sound
100%.
starting off with the drums. I mean, just your comfortability
literally
behind the
everything
kit
sounds-
has.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just
I've
like
gotten way more
so
comfortable,
much
and that
more,
comes from going back and re-listening to what we've been doing.
Yeah.
and like being like, okay, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I need to play that better.
and with
And us really forcing ourselves to do things like
Yeah,
whatever we do one week, we know what went right and wrong
Yeah.
that time,
Yep.
and we can try and avoid that.
And
Yeah.
I think it's definitely leaving us at a great point to try to write a
it's gonna be
season's
some
worth of
fun
pop
pop
songs.
music.
It's gonna be awesome
Ooh,
because
I want in on that too.
it's gonna be a good time. Well, you're gonna have to come back probably in the first couple of weeks for another beer taste test. It will be summertime. So
Or
we're
do
gonna
you want
have
in
to
on
drink
the?
some beers.
You also went on the
summer
soda.
beers.
Summer beers.
You want the soda? You want in on the nasty
or the
soda?
soda taste test. You want to do
Nasty
that?
soda?
Yeah,
Nasty
like pickle
sodas.
flavored soda.
Pickle flavored hot wing soda.
yeah, I can
butter
talk some shit
popcorn.
about some
All right.
So
soda
what is
stuff.
our palate cleanser in that? Jim Beam?
Jim Beam.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Jim
Probably,
Beam.
yeah.
A bottle, no glasses, a Jim Beam. Pass the handle. Pass the
Yeah.
handle.
Rough.
All right. Well, a big thank you to Jameso for coming out the last 2
man.
weeks. And again, we will be having him on in the near future. We're taking
Nothing better to do.
Nothing better to do. We're taking the next month off. We're
Yes.
going to be coming back with season 3 again the first week of June.
With a lot of good things. I
A
think.
lot of good things, a lot of improvements that we're
Yes.
going to be making. We're up in the ante here. You're going to be actually able to see our disgusting looking faces. And that's, sorry about
That's a
that.
great idea.
Yes.
Great
I'm also
idea.
taking this time to let you know I'm leaving the show.
And I'm getting a body double. But a big thank you, as always, to Mr. Justin Olimpedo,
Yeah, man.
not only for this episode, nice round of applause, but for the entire season, all the work that you put in.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's
I had a
always
lot
a
of
fun
fun.
show. It's been
Looking
it's been a
forward to
fucking
like
good
doing way
season.
more.
We're gonna be onwards and upwards, as the
Yeah.
song tonight said, onwards and upwards. And also,
Point him at the sky like my Aunt Karen's titties.
really mad that's not your middle name in this one. But a big thank you to Mr.
Point him at the sky. Shit, I fucked it up again, dude.
to Mr. Zachary.
Point him at the sky.
Storm it. There you go. Ended on a solid note there. As always, check out from Moot.tv, the brother sister love podcast. Let Me Ask You a Question, featuring Anthony DeAngelis, Mr. Gregoman, and our wonderful super producer EJ5000.
Oh, yeah.
And also White Wasabi with their friend Sensei Micah.
Also, if you're waiting for episodes,
Yeah.
like, is it up? Is the new last week's up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Last week's
he's just been
episode's up.
busy.
This week's episode is going to be up, I believe, tomorrow. Or last week's episode will be up tomorrow. The week before that's already up.
Yeah.
So this should be up on next Monday or Tuesday, but we try to
Up
do
on
everything
what,
with
Kyle?
the Monday
Be
moot drop
specific.
for iTunes and
Born
Stitcher
at the sky.
podcasts.
We will get better with all of
Shut
that
up,
with
Zach.
video and everything.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
So, a big thank you to everybody listening. We will see you guys in about a month.
Yeah.
As always, here is our wonderful fart noise effect that is real.
Jesus
Here's our
fucking
wonderful closing
Christ,
theme
dude.
song. Maybe the second best song we've ever written now.
I think so. It's a great song.
Great song. So we'll see you guys next
was fun.
season. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck
you.
everybody.
Fuck off.
Why are you even here?
Fuck you.
I don't know.
Fucking
Why are
thing's
we?
broken.
Fucking things broke.
Fucking sucks.
Mood.tv.
Broken.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme